If you've received a letter from Social Security this week, or if you're expecting one soon, you are not alone. Millions of seniors, retirees, and people living on Social Security benefits across the United States are opening envelopes right now and asking the same question: what exactly is happening to my deposits? These letters are not random and they are not routine reminders. They are part of a larger update that affects how payments are handled, how deposits are processed, and what beneficiaries need to understand as we move forward. Today, we are going to walk through everything calmly and clearly so you know what these letters really mean and what actions, if any, you should take. Over the past several days, the Social Security Administration has been sending out official notices related to benefit deposits, payment timing, account verification, and changes connected to banking procedures. Some letters talk about upcoming adjustments, while others focus on confirming information already on file. For many seniors, this has caused confusion and worry, especially when words like review, update, or processing change appear in official language. The most important thing to understand right away is that these letters do not automatically mean your benefits are stopping. In most cases, they are meant to inform, clarify, or prevent problems before they happen. One major reason these letters are going out now has to do with how payments are routed through banks and financial institutions. Over the last year, banking rules and security checks have become stricter. This is not only happening with Social Security, but across many government benefit programs. The goal is to reduce fraud, prevent misdirected payments, and make sure benefits go to the right person at the right time. However, when systems change, even slightly, notices must be sent out, and that is exactly what is happening this week. Many letters explain that Social Security is reviewing direct deposit information. This includes checking that the bank account on file still belongs to the beneficiary, that the account remains active, and that there have been no mismatches in names or account details. Even a small difference, such as a shortened name, a joint account change, or a bank merger, can trigger a notice. For seniors who have not changed anything in years, this can feel alarming, but in reality, it is often just a verification step. Another common topic in these letters is payment timing. Some beneficiaries are being reminded that deposit dates can shift slightly due to weekends, federal holidays, or internal processing updates. While the total benefit amount remains the same, the exact day funds appear in a bank account may vary by 1 or 2 days in certain situations. These letters are meant to prevent panic if a deposit arrives earlier or later than expected, especially for those who depend on their check to cover rent, utilities, food, or medication. There is also growing attention on combined benefits, such as individuals who receive Social Security retirement benefits, along with supplemental security income, disability benefits, or survivor benefits. In these cases, deposits may be split or processed separately, even if they arrive close together. Some letters explain that deposits may no longer appear as a single combined amount, but instead as separate transactions. This does not mean a reduction in benefits. It simply reflects how the payments are categorized internally. For seniors who rely entirely on direct deposit, these letters often emphasize the importance of keeping banking information current. If a bank account was closed, frozen, or changed recently, Social Security needs to know immediately. Even if you switched banks months ago and believe everything transferred correctly, the system may still require confirmation. This is especially true when banks change ownership or update routing numbers behind the scenes, something beneficiaries may not even be aware of. Another important issue addressed in these letters involves returned payments. If a deposit is rejected by a bank for any reason, Social Security is notified. When this happens, future payments may be temporarily delayed until the issue is resolved. The letters explain how beneficiaries can avoid this situation by confirming their account status and ensuring there are no restrictions on receiving government deposits. This step is critical because returned payments can cause delays that take weeks to correct. Some seniors are also seeing references to identity protection measures. This does not mean there has been fraud on your account. Instead, it reflects nationwide efforts to protect beneficiaries from scams and unauthorized access. Social Security has increased monitoring of unusual account activity, and when something appears outside normal patterns, a letter may be sent as a precaution. These notices are meant to protect you, not punish you. It is also important to talk about stimulus-related language that appears in some of these letters. While there are no automatic new stimulus checks included with regular Social Security payments at this moment, the government continues to review economic conditions and benefit adequacy for seniors. Some letters clarify that certain one-time payments or credits are separate from monthly benefits and would be communicated clearly if approved. This wording is meant to prevent misinformation and false expectations that have been spreading widely. For retirees on fixed incomes, uncertainty is often more stressful than bad news itself. That is why these letters matter. They are part of a system trying to communicate changes in advance rather than leaving beneficiaries confused when something looks different in their bank account. Even though the language may feel formal or difficult, the message is usually straightforward once broken down into plain terms. If you have received one of these letters, the most important thing to do right now is read it slowly and carefully. Look for keywords such as "no action needed" or "please review." Many letters are informational only and require nothing from you. Others may ask you to confirm information, but they provide clear instructions on how to do so. Taking time to understand the letter can prevent unnecessary stress and mistakes. As we move forward, these updates are likely to continue. Payment systems are evolving, and Social Security is adapting to new security standards, banking practices, and beneficiary needs. While change can be uncomfortable, the purpose behind these letters is stability, accuracy, and protection of benefits that seniors have earned over a lifetime of work. In the next part, we will go deeper into what these letters mean for future deposits, how they connect to disability benefits and survivor payments, what to do if a deposit is delayed, and how seniors can protect themselves from scams during this period of change. Understanding these details can make a real difference in financial peace of mind. As we continue breaking down what these Social Security letters really mean, it is important to focus on how they affect day-to-day life for seniors who depend on these deposits. For many people, Social Security is not just extra income. It is the main source of money used to pay for housing, food, utilities, and medical care. That is why even small changes in timing, wording, or deposit structure can feel overwhelming. Understanding the intent behind these letters helps remove fear and replace it with clarity. One topic that appears frequently in these notices is payment processing order. Social Security payments are issued based on a schedule tied to birth dates, benefit type, and program category. While this schedule has been in place for years, internal processing systems are now being updated to better coordinate with banks. As a result, some beneficiaries may notice that deposits appear at a slightly different time of day than before. For example, funds that once showed up early in the morning may now appear later in the day. This is not a reduction and not a penalty. It is simply a change in how banks finalize incoming government payments. Another issue addressed in recent letters involves temporary holds. A temporary hold does not mean benefits are canceled. It usually means Social Security needs to verify something before releasing funds. This could involve confirming that a beneficiary is still eligible, that banking information is accurate, or that there has been no conflicting report on the account. In most cases, once the issue is resolved, payments resume normally, sometimes with any missed amount issued together. The letters are meant to alert beneficiaries early so problems do not last longer than necessary. Disability recipients are also seeing similar letters, especially those receiving Social Security disability insurance or supplemental security income. These programs involve additional eligibility rules, including income limits and reporting requirements. When Social Security sends a letter about deposits to disability recipients, it often relates to income reviews or updated verification checks. These reviews are routine, but when combined with banking changes, they can feel sudden. It is important to remember that routine reviews do not automatically mean a loss of benefits. Survivor benefit recipients may notice slightly different language in their letters. Because survivor benefits are based on another person's work record, any updates to that record, even administrative ones, can trigger a notice. These letters often reassure recipients that their benefit amount remains unchanged while explaining why deposit information is being reviewed. Again, the key message is continuity, not disruption. Another area that deserves attention is how Social Security communicates about overpayments and corrections. Some letters mention that the agency is reviewing past payments to ensure accuracy. This does not mean everyone is being accused of wrongdoing. Overpayments can happen for many reasons, including delayed reporting of changes or system timing issues. When Social Security identifies a potential issue, it sends a letter before taking action. This gives beneficiaries time to understand the situation and respond if needed. Scams are another reason these letters are being discussed more openly. During periods of change, scammers often try to take advantage of confusion. Social Security is aware of this and uses official letters to remind beneficiaries that legitimate communication comes through proper channels. While the letters themselves do not accuse anyone of being scammed, they encourage awareness and caution. Seniors should know that official notices are designed to inform, not pressure, and they never demand immediate action without clear explanation. For many seniors, one of the biggest worries is whether these letters mean future benefit cuts are coming. At this time, these notices are not announcing across-the-board reductions. Instead, they focus on administrative processes and accuracy. While benefit programs are always subject to long-term policy discussions, these particular letters are about managing current payments safely and reliably. Keeping that distinction in mind can help reduce unnecessary stress. It is also helpful to understand why communication is happening now rather than earlier in the year. End-of-year processing, preparation for new benefit adjustments, and updated security protocols often come together at the same time. This creates a wave of notices that can feel sudden. In reality, these steps are part of preparation to ensure smoother payments going forward, especially as new adjustments or reviews take effect in the coming months. Some beneficiaries have noticed that their letters reference electronic records or updated systems. This does not mean seniors are required to use computers or online services if they are uncomfortable doing so. Traditional communication methods remain available. The letters simply reflect how Social Security manages information internally. Beneficiaries still have the right to receive assistance in ways that work best for them. Another important detail mentioned in several notices is address accuracy. If Social Security mail is returned or undeliverable, it can raise concerns about account status. Keeping mailing addresses current helps ensure important updates arrive on time. Even if payments are received by direct deposit, mailed notices play a critical role in keeping beneficiaries informed. Address verification is often overlooked, but can prevent future complications. As deposits continue under these updated procedures, patience becomes an important tool. While systems adjust, minor delays can happen. These delays are usually short and resolved automatically. The letters are meant to prepare beneficiaries so that if something looks different, they understand why. Awareness helps prevent panic, rushed decisions, or falling victim to misinformation. For seniors who support family members or dependents using their Social Security income, these updates matter even more. Clear understanding allows better planning and budgeting. Knowing that a delay is administrative rather than permanent can make a significant difference in financial decision-making during the month. In the next part of this script, we will focus even more closely on what seniors should watch for in upcoming weeks, how to interpret future letters, how to tell the difference between routine notices and urgent issues, and how staying informed can protect long-term financial stability. These steps are not about fear, but about empowerment, clarity, and confidence in the benefits you have earned. As we reach the final part of this discussion, it is important to bring everything together in a way that gives seniors clarity, confidence, and peace of mind. Social Security letters can feel intimidating, especially when they arrive unexpectedly and mention deposits, reviews, or changes. But when you step back and look at the full picture, these letters are mostly about communication, protection, and preparation, not punishment or loss. One of the most important lessons from this week's letters is that Social Security is trying to reduce surprises. In the past, many seniors only found out something had changed when a deposit did not arrive on time. That created panic, stress, and confusion. Now, the agency is making more effort to explain things ahead of time, even if the explanation feels formal or complicated at first. These letters are meant to alert beneficiaries before problems occur, not after. For seniors who worry about missing a payment, it is helpful to remember that Social Security benefits do not disappear overnight. Even when there is an issue, payments are usually paused temporarily while information is confirmed. Once the issue is resolved, benefits are typically restored, sometimes with any missing amount included. Understanding this can prevent fear from taking over during short delays. Another key takeaway is the importance of consistency. When banking information, mailing addresses, or personal details stay up to date, deposits tend to arrive smoothly. Many of the letters being sent now are connected to records that have not been reviewed in years. Even if nothing has changed, Social Security may still want confirmation. This does not mean you did something wrong. It simply reflects a system trying to stay accurate as conditions evolve. It is also important for seniors to understand that these letters are not connected to rumors spreading online or through word of mouth. Many false claims suggest that benefits are ending, that deposits are being taken away, or that seniors must act immediately or lose their money. These claims are not supported by official communication. Real Social Security letters explain issues calmly and provide time to respond when action is needed. They do not threaten or rush beneficiaries. For those living on fixed incomes, budgeting is a daily reality. Knowing that deposit timing might shift slightly, but amounts remain stable, allows better planning. A deposit arriving one day later does not change the value of the benefit, but understanding why it happens helps reduce anxiety. Awareness gives seniors control over how they respond emotionally and financially. Another reassuring point is that these letters do not signal an immediate policy overhaul. While long-term discussions about Social Security's future continue at higher levels, the letters being sent now are administrative. They focus on how payments move through banks, how information is verified, and how beneficiaries are protected. Keeping that distinction clear helps separate real updates from speculation. It is also worth recognizing the emotional side of receiving official mail. For many seniors, Social Security represents independence, dignity, and stability. Any suggestion that something might affect those benefits can feel personal. That reaction is understandable. Taking time to read the letter carefully rather than reacting to the first few lines can make a big difference. Often the reassurance comes later in the message. Another important point is patience. Systems that serve millions of people do not change instantly or perfectly. Small disruptions can happen during transitions, but they are usually temporary. The letters are part of managing those transitions responsibly. Seniors who stay informed and calm are better positioned to handle minor inconveniences without unnecessary stress. For those who support spouses, family members, or dependents using their Social Security income, understanding these letters helps protect not just one person, but an entire household. Clear knowledge allows better communication within families and prevents misunderstandings about what is really happening with deposits. As we move forward into the coming weeks and months, seniors may receive additional notices. Not every letter will require action. Some will simply confirm that information has been reviewed. Others may explain small changes in how deposits appear on bank statements. The key is not to ignore official mail, but also not to fear it. Information is power when it is understood. Social Security benefits are earned. They are not gifts and they are not favors. They represent years of work, contributions, and participation in a system designed to provide stability later in life. These letters do not change that fundamental truth. They are part of maintaining a system that continues to function in a changing financial world. As this video comes to a close, remember what you have learned. These recent Social Security letters are about deposit processing, verification, and protection. They do not automatically mean benefits are stopping or being reduced. Most are informational, some require simple confirmation, and all are meant to prevent bigger problems down the road. Reading carefully, staying calm, and understanding the purpose behind the communication can protect both your finances and your peace of mind. Staying informed is one of the strongest tools seniors have. When you understand what is happening, fear loses its power. These updates are not about taking something away, but about making sure what you depend on continues to arrive safely and correctly. That knowledge allows you to move forward with confidence, stability, and reassurance, knowing that your benefits remain a reliable part of your life.